Welcome back to the one and only podcast. This month for February we have Beef v Dairy. The winner of UK Dairy Expo 2023, Evening Holsteins, Charlotte Wilson, will be joining us, as well as Stewart Dunlop, the 2023 Agri Expo winner. Hi Glyn. How's
Laura,
the month been?
it's been really good. First month of 2024
Give me the highlights.
has to be Swiss Expo.
Swiss
We
Expo.
missed it so much. 3 years of cancellation. 2020 was the last one back, and the whole of Europe. Actually, there was a massive global audience. It was great to see so many North Americans at Swiss Expo. I think they were blown away by not just the cattle, but they were blown away by the whole. It is a show.
Where is it?
Geneva. But you know, what's that movie with Hugh Grant? Not Hugh Grant.
My film knowledge is shocking.
You know the musical, the big singy thing with Hugh. Is it Hugh? What's he called? The show, The Greatest Show.
The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
This
that
is the
that
greatest
kind of
show.
vibe?
This is the greatest show.
Who won?
Gary Jones
Oh yeah, got it.
with Spurty, with his Dorman cow.
And what nationality was Gary?
Gary is from the best nationality in the world.
He's Irish, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Irish. But he does own it. It's a joint partnership. There's Swiss owners, there's Italian owners, there's Spanish owners. But it's a real nice syndicate. But yeah, the first time she was at Expo, that's when I was associate judge. 2018, we put her second in the
Yeah,
class.
the big dogs there.
But no, but she's developed into a phenomenal cow. I think that's her second time winning Swiss Expo. But just the whole quality of the show was just
Any
tremendous.
other highlights then, other than tootling off to Geneva on a work trip? Has it been a pretty average month other than that?
No, I think just family, work, and kids doing stuff in school and all that sort of stuff. But just, you told me not to be boring.
I did tell you not to be boring, so try not to be.
Okay then. Yeah.
Nice.
What about your highlights?
What are my highlights for January? January's actually been quite a good month. Normally, it's a long month, isn't it? 5 Mondays. 5 Mondays in 2024.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have I? We're working towards Dairy Expo, so that's exciting. 5 weeks today.
You showed me a picture of the jersey that you're going to bring, the one that you sold in Spotlight Sale.
Yeah, which my husband doesn't actually quite know yet. So
Yeah, Donald, she is showing
we're going
jerseys.
to start our showing career.
Yeah, you're in shit.
No, I'll just be like, no, we're not, Laura. Anyway.
No, I like that. I like that calf.
Do you like her?
Yeah, I like that calf a lot.
She's a violin.
Yeah, no, she's got.
She's beautiful.
You just need to get her on the program, but
On the programme,
I think she can. I think she can do well.
Yeah, because she's stuck here due to
BT.
travel restrictions if you're
The blue tongue
four-legged.
stuff.
What else are my highlights? Oh, my little dash hound Dot. She's got a man. Her and Doddy.
This is sad. This is really sad.
So they're going on a date on Sunday. So I'll update you in March actually. So 3 weeks. Yeah, you can PD positive hopefully in 3 weeks' time.
Okay. Is it natural service this time?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
because Rolly, Richard Hodgson's little sausage.
Yeah, Richard had to do the AI.
Yeah, he wasn't the guy for Dot. So Doddy's far keener. So.
Okay.
Anyway, any comments on feedback on last month's podcast?
It was really good.
Better, worse?
It was. People loved the Aussies. They're really looking forward to them to Ben and Daniel judging.
Yeah, I'm excited for them.
I think people were blown away by the story of the floods.
Yeah.
Ben Govett's Tandora herd that was flooded. The people were blown away by how he coped with that whole situation. But no, everyone's looking forward to having the guys from down under tapping out the champions. So
Yeah, it's exciting.
we can't wait.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it to happen.
Who are we talking to today?
Today we have Beef v Dairy.
Okay.
2023 winner from UK Dairy Expo, Evening Holsteins, Charlotte Wilson. And 2023 Agri Expo winner, Stewart Dunlop with Queen of Hearts.
Hi guys, so we've got Charlotte Wilson and Stewart here. We're going to talk about the two best champions of 2023, Sidekick Jennifer and Queen of Hearts. I don't know if it's a bit of a face-off, but we're just going to find out a little bit about what it takes to get them to that status of champion, all the work that goes behind it. Find out a little bit about their farms and their businesses and what they like doing, what they don't like doing. So, welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stuart, where do you farm, Stuart?
We come from a beef and sheep farm in Ayrshire, just about 10 minutes in from here. So it's just my dad that's at home full time, and I'm there nights and weekends. I'm a joiner. Left school and wasn't really so much pushed, but more encouraged to go and get a trade and go down that line of things. So worked for a company for 12 years and then started up myself 6 years ago, and best thing I ever did. Gives you that balance between, when things are busy at the farm, lambing and calving, you can take a wee bit more time off and can try and balance it all. So yeah, aye. Plus, when I get fed up with my dad, it means I can go to work, and when I'm fed up with my work, I can go back to the farm.
That's a nice balance. I think, like, where I come from in Ireland, a lot of people do that. Have other jobs, especially in the beef and sheep sector, and it does. I also think it opens you up to look outside the business, and you can bring in different parts of different businesses to improve the farm. So that's really good.
Aye, no, it's handy in some senses, but in other senses it's really not, because my dad thinks I can fix absolutely everything. It's like
and you can't.
No, I know. It's like the tractor doesn't start in the morning. It's like, you're a joiner.
Oh, you're a joiner, right?
You can make it work. Right, no problem. But yeah, it's me and another guy. We're in a partnership with the business, so it works quite well because I get a lot of time at home in the farm, and he's.
So is it mostly quite? Your work's all pretty much in your local area?
Aye, very much so. Aye, we don't like travelling too far in the morning.
Yeah. Doesn't like leaving Ayrshire.
Aye, well, aye, exactly. It's like if somebody phones, it's more than 20 minutes, we're like, don't know if we can manage that.
Dumfries.
Oh, no.
Absolutely no way.
Maybe because people won't understand the Ayrshire accent.
Aye, maybe.
You said before the other day, didn't you, that you liked the Ayrshire accent?
I do actually, aye.
Is that why you wanted me to sit next to you?
You were listening to the Barclays, weren't you?
I was listening.
You're very broad.
I was listening to.
Oof.
I was listening to the Fed by Farmers.
Yeah.
Oh, I was laughing
Beachy
and
and
laughing.
Beachy.
He has no filter. Like, he doesn't try to put on like
No,
a.
he doesn't.
So he is.
He doesn't put it on, but it was just phenomenal, really.
Yeah. The three boys are brilliant as well. Like,
they really
farming
are.
life.
The wee twins and.
Aye, Archie, the youngest one. Finlay and Cameron. And
They're very natural.
Twins plus one is their prefix. They've got the prefix.
So it is.
Twins plus one. That's quite cute.
And I was laughing how he got his nickname.
Oh.
I know. I can't believe that.
And then I was driving at the time. I was listening to it, and the bikini in the hot tub.
Bikini top.
Bikini top.
They call it an itty bitty teeny weeny polka dot bikini or something like that.
No, it's fantastic. So, and Charlotte,
Yes.
thanks for coming. I know you're phenomenally busy with everything that goes on at evening. So yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and the farm, and yeah.
Well, I left school and, I worked at home before, obviously, whilst I was at school. I'd done up on a morning and night whilst I was at school.
I remember going to evening, sorry to interrupt, when you guys were like teeny tots, eh?
Oh.
Honestly, and they were always working, It was really good, yeah.
No, it's what I've always done, and when I left school, my year was the first year you had to stay in education till you were 18. You couldn't just leave. Well, you can get an apprenticeship, but you had to either go to college or sixth form or whatever, something like that. So I went to Newton Rig, studied agriculture for 2 years.
You enjoy that?
Be honest.
Not really.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah, a bit, but not what they cracked it up to be.
I always think that agricultural college is a really good way to network and meet new friends
Yeah.
and meet people that are like-minded, same as you, from different areas.
Yeah, that was
a lot of my friends went to like agricultural college, and that's all they got out. It
It's
was
just a bonus if you get like an actual academic.
a lot of them get their AI
qualification.
certificate, and that was their trailer test.
Aye, that's what I got.
Yeah.
But did you meet a lot of people
Yeah,
that
I
you
met
still
a lot of
well,
people and
yeah.
still keep in touch with a lot of people.
And in a way that's invaluable, isn't it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then, so how long have you been
well, I've been at home
full
now.
time at home?
That's a good question. I don't know.
How old are you?
26?
You don't really? That's unbelievable.
So you come back when you were 18?
Yeah.
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 So,
8 years?
8 years.
That makes me feel old.
Makes you feel like it. Well, you were the one that wanted to tell the story that you knew when she was in
Ah, so that's so tell us a little bit about the farm.
the operation.
The farm, we milk.
You're the boss, of course. First of all,
Obviously.
you're the CEO, okay?
You're the CEO.
Yeah.
We milk 450 pedigree Holstein cows on a fully robotic system. So we have 10 forward Merlin robots, and we've had there, well, we started off, we put one in 10 years ago because my mum wasn't really a fan of the idea. So we put one in just as a bit of a trial rather than putting all our eggs in one basket. And we've seen a massive benefit, milk lift, cows were more content, just everything, which kind of swung mum round a bit.
I remember that went where the young stock
Yeah,
are, the young stock are now, yeah.
very first cow, that was where we milked. When we first put the parlour in, that bit there was where the cow shed was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it went in there, and then we put 6 more in, a year after that, we put 6 more in. And what did we do then? Trying to think. That long ago?
And then you built the big. When did the really big shed go up? Your dad just loves building sheds.
I know. He actually does.
Must be good to be a dairy farmer,
I
eh?
know.
He does it all himself. Well, him and his pal.
When you go around to Jimmy's, it's like. Remember we were talking about having the sale once?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, where will have the sale? And he's like, well, I'll just build a shed.
Well, we could just put an extension on it.
Build a shed.
Well, I meant as well because, I mean, did he ever have Lego growing up? I think he just loves building.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's quite, that's quite a good thing. He's quite,
He's unbelievably handy.
yeah, can fix quite a lot of
So
stuff.
how many robots do you run now?
10.
10?
Mm.
Wow. That's a
We've
lot.
just put the last one in about, November, just gone. That's just
I was
switched the
quite
parlour
surprised
off completely.
When I went round last week, all the show team.
Yeah, that was a
So you
big
put the
thing.
show cows through the
Yeah,
robots? Oh, that's great.
that was the biggest thing because we used to just have the parlour for fresh calved cows and anything that was on treatment, and the show cows were the only ones that went through the parlour. Like there was like 16. It sounds pathetic, but I don't know. You quite like to see your show cows. I know with the robot we still like put them in. We just do it twice a day. They haven't got free access, if you know what I mean. So you still like waiting there watching them get milk, then putting them back, if you know what I mean. You're still quite hands-on with them. So that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think when I go to when I first went to Evening 20 years ago, it's unrecognisable.
I know, you see like pictures, like I was looking at that picture behind you there of the auction, like that. There's like loads of pictures of like when they bought it, like as they moved on.
Evenings like that, isn't it? It's just phenomenal.
They don't do that as often now. I don't know if you get people. We got one not that long ago. Someone come around. We used to get those people that take drone. Yeah, photos. We used to get them all the time.
Excuse me, Laura, but.
I know, but there used to be a lad. No, but they like came round all the farms and like knock on your door. Do you want to buy this picture of taking?
This leads on to our commercial break. Herds Media.
I know, but you didn't actually ask him to do it specifically. Just fly his drone over and take pictures and ask if you want to buy them, because no one would want to buy them unless you owned the farm, would you? Cause why would you want to buy them?
Every time you go on Google Maps on our farm, there's like another shed added on everything. It's like so behind. It's not updated, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Google. Honestly.
Crap.
Get your shit together.
I know.
So
Keep up. Come on.
So Stuart, so that's how many? So 10 robots. That's how many cows?
We milk about 450.
And then all the young stock and followers.
Yeah, we have about just over 1,000 head of stock on altogether.
Yeah. So what do you do in your spare time?
Just lamb a few sheep. And
And then Stuart, so you've got your business. So what your dad?
Yeah,
beef and
right.
sheep, so
Farm in its prime when Dad was in his prime, it was probably up to about 130 suckler cows. But type of cows that we have are not easy kept. A lot of them are ex-show cows themselves, or ex-show heifers, and you know, not the type that the kind of average farmer would want.
Yeah.
Needy.
Aye, very needy.
Very needy.
Very needy, very mollycoddled, very pampered.
Sound like anyone?
It's any wonder how I ended up with my fiancée then, isn't it? So, no, but I'm saying that she's a vet, so it actually comes in very handy.
Oh, that was handy.
Aye, yeah, me and Dad had that kind of team talk with that. Right, we need to reduce this vet bill.
3 cesareans.
So, well, working on that. Working on that. I know we get a lot of them. We get a fair share of cesareans. Which to the point, people are just like, how can you be arsed? But you know, every year that we bring out a show team, every one of them's homebred. We never buy anything. So we take a great deal of pride in that, but it doesn't come without its.
So how many cows do you run at home now?
I was down to about 100, round about that, and then
all
couple of
limmies and blues, or
limmies and blues,
Yeah.
yep, and then crossed with limmies and bull mainly. The odd Belgian blue chucked in for good measure.
So Queen of Hearts was a homebred?
She was homebred, yeah, homebred limousin, and the Queen of Hearts, and then the reserve Tequila Rose. They were both sired by the same bull.
Oh, nice.
So that was great advertisement for the guy that bred that.
Yeah.
so who bred that?
Stephen Nixon for Hunters Hall.
Oh right, okay, local as well.
Yeah, so.
Nice.
But then a couple of years ago, I took a daft notion for sheep. Wanted to get into Cheviot mules, but at the time the price of Cheviot mule was like, I was trying to buy them and I couldn't afford that. They were ridiculous. I was like, right, let's do this the old-fashioned way, the hard way. So went up to Lairg, up at the top of Scotland, and bought 55 3 and 4 crop Cheviot ewes for, I think the average £58 a head. So really, really cheap, and then came down to the famous Carlisle market and bought 2 blue face Leicester tops, and then just crossed them over. And
Well over there.
And how's it working out?
aye, fine. We're up to 60 Cheviot mules now, and I've still got 40 Cheviot, so up to 100. And I'm just going to work away and try and get to about 100 Cheviot mules and cross them back to the Texel and play about with that. Just for something else to do.
We've all got hobbies, haven't we? We've all got hobbies.
Something else to do.
We've all got hobbies.
And what do you do, lamb and sheep? I didn't know you guys had sheep.
Have you got a hobby now as well, Lamb and sheep?
Well, sort of since I met Josh, took on the sheep as well. Now I've got, well, I'm 150. Josh mainly has a Texel Beltex crosses, and I have Suffolk Beltex crosses and Texel Suffolk crosses. So yeah, we have half like this. Well, we have 140 to lamb, but we've got like 90 like Gimmer lambs followers, and Josh sells a lot of tups.
Crossbred tups.
Yeah, so.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Laura.
Let's get down to the exciting bit.
Yeah.
Queen of Hearts and Sidekick Jennifer. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. So that like.
We'll start with Sidekick Jennifer, because she was first in March last year, wasn't she?
Perfect.
What a cow.
What a cow. Like, you love her, so do I. So.
Do you know who? Have you heard of Sidekick Jennifer?
Did she not win the Agri Expo?
She was super
Scottish
cow as well. Was she super cow?
Yeah, she won the Agri Scot. She
Agri
was super
Scot.
cow, yeah.
Yeah, because I
Okay,
remember seeing pictures of her there with one of my friends, Neil Sloan. You'll
Oh,
know
do you
him.
know? Yeah, no, Neil.
He was sending me Snapchats of her, just like saying.
And were you blown away?
Well, aye. Even for me, I was just like, that's a good set of tits.
You're on the Borderway. Yeah. But no, so tell them the story about
Tell us
Jennifer, like from a yearling calf.
Oh, the whole
I
full
don't know
story.
really.
Well, she was junior champion here as yearling
Yeah,
at
we
Expo.
started off here. Yeah. What year was that?
Oh,
Was that 18?
could have been.
I think it's 18. No, because she was born in 18.
Yeah, so it'd have been the year
After 19.
She was a winter yearling.
Yeah.
Winter yearling. Yeah.
I think she was, yeah.
But she was junior champion.
She was junior champion here, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then she went 2-year-old.
2-year-old, carved in,
Yeah.
looked pretty nice. Went to Yorkshire show.
Yeah.
This would be in lockdown, I guess, because lockdown started in 2020. Did she miss a few shows because of? Because there'd be no, we didn't have a dairy expo in 2020.
I can't remember. Well, it should have been young. Should have been young 2-year-old then. It should have been. I think she won the 2020. She was junior champion 2020 or 19.
Was it?
And then everything locked down.
I was going to look on my phone at the pictures before I came back in for a time.
But she's been unbeaten. She's been unbeaten as a 2-year-old, 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And now she shows as a 5-year-old. This in a few weeks' time.
Is she coming back?
Well, she's entered. She looks pretty nice.
Pressure.
I know.
Nice. Have we ever had one that's done it like again?
Rhapsody's won it 3 times. Gold Run Rhapsody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a little bit to go.
It's easy. But there is a lot of pressure in bringing a champion back, isn't there?
That's what I'm like. Dad's all for it. I'm a bit like on the fence. Do we? Don't we? Like, but the show's on your doorstep. It's a bit stupid not to come when it's so handy. A lot of people travel a long way to come, and we're 5 minutes down the road and like got a pretty nice cow. I'm thinking.
But I also think you need to have the ability to assess when it's.
Well, it's what's best for her as well, though. But.
And she does. She's still milking so
very
much.
good.
She's in wonderful body condition. You know, it's the really good cow people can assess when time to leave them at home.
She always looks best later in lactation because she's due back the first week of June again. So
yeah, she gets that little bit extra cover.
And she we forget she carved twins and still done all this.
That's right. So.
She. Wow.
So is Jennifer the highlight of your showing career, Charlotte?
Yeah, definitely. Well, along with a lot of, I was looking at Aisling on the picture there with Wayne and
that's a highlight as well.
Massive.
If you can see in the camera, this was Riverdane Gold Aisling, or Aishling's Gold. Sorry, Aishling's Gold. Wasn't it? Yeah. So that's her being intermediate champion at Expo here.
2018 was it?
That was maybe 2018. I don't.
20 could be.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
He's chuffed, isn't he?
When another guy from down under was judging, Selwyn.
Was that one Selwyn Donald?
Selwyn Donald judged, yeah. So that maybe is a good omen if you want to get the guys from
Australians are
down
back.
under.
More pressure.
She's been wildly admired though, hasn't she?
She has, yeah.
She just got nominated this week, didn't she?
She got nominated, yeah, for a thing I can't believe I never knew, but All World Cow, yeah.
So what's that? Go on.
Well,
so it's all of the national. I think it's going back to 90. The first world champion was in 93. So when Holstein International, the magazine was established, they came up with a world champion competition. So all the national champions from around the world. Okay. And then it's voted on.
So how do you get nominated? How does that?
Was someone nominated?
Someone nominates?
No, it's a national. So the national champions automatically go into it.
Oh right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so they'll all go head to head, and then when does that?
And then it's.
When's it announced?
The comes out in April.
Right.
In the April magazine. So, yeah, it's and there's only ever been there's been a few Europeans, but mostly it's been leading towards North American champions over the years.
Americans, yeah.
But Jennifer's got that North American.
Who's the judge?
No, it's there's a judging panel plus public vote.
Everyone vote.
Everyone vote. Give them a massive plug.
It's your chance.
Get
now.
voting, guys.
Sidekick Jennifer. Woo!
Yeah, that's good. But
that's exciting.
Tell us a little bit about the whole prep, getting the cow ready for the show, Charlotte. Was that at the end of the day? It's not just putting it on the trailer. All of the work is.
All the work's done at home. It'll be the same with you guys, but. Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much unseen work.
Is it you and your sister or your dad or?
It's mainly me and my dad now. My sister's moved down to Garstang with her.
She moved down?
Yeah, so she's not at home anymore. But when she comes up, she does, kick about, wash them or do bits and bobs, annoy me.
Get in the way.
Emma used to annoy us here as well. Emma used to be an integral part of our pedigree up and now. We really loved having Emma here. It was great.
So it's you and your dad?
Yeah.
Do you clip them all yourself and everything? Do you fit them yourself?
No, we have. Well, we've had a few different people help us over the years, but we do all like the rough clipping and stuff at home. But like we do get there's Dennis and Luke and who've been helping us these last few shows and stuff. There's they do all the fine tuning, if you know what I mean.
Unreal
I don't
when
have
you
the.
do it.
I probably could do it, but you just don't
Unreal
I don't
when
have
you
the.
do it.
I probably could do it, but you just know you don't have the confidence to do it because
Yeah.
you know that they can do it.
When they're doing it all the
It's
time,
piece
you
of
get
cake to them.
Jennifer's not wanting a bad haircut, is she?
No.
She's wanting a good. She's wanting to look
And
sharp.
I think your dad's great at making hay.
He's obsessed.
Yeah, I just love the hay making.
Is hay the secret?
Here's the
That's the secret.
For
secret.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Good hair
Your
makes
dad's-
all difference.
He's just
Oh, right.
phenomenally
And you
obsessed
can't
with
buy
hay.
good hair either. Well, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this kind of hair, unless you're importing it from.
The hay
God
last
knows
week when I
where.
walked in, and you're like, oh, it's just old stuff. And it was like,
Do you know what he does? He cuts it and does it. And we've got a drying
I
floor,
know,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he puts it on the drying floor and blows cold air up its backside and keeps it cool for weeks on the drying floor so it doesn't heat up and ruin it.
Keeps it.
Wow.
Keeps
Wow, that
intense.
is commitment.
it. It's almost the same color when you cut it. That it's
Yeah,
green.
that,
and-
it's like that.
yeah,
Wow,
Nice.
that's the secret.
that's the secret. That is Jennifer's nutrition
Yeah.
plan.
And there's a lot of work like night feeds and dinner time feeds and you know, stuff like that. Going out at 10 o'clock at night to it's not everyone for everyone, is it? Do you know what I mean? Time you've gone home, get a shower, get changed, had your supper, you don't really feel like going back down there and well, there's 3 or 4 cows in the show pen, if you know what I mean. Like you individually fed, so you've got to like stay with them so that one doesn't nick that one and blah blah blah.
But that's, I think, and that's what I was trying
That's
to get
what makes
across.
a difference. though.
That's what you know. People say, well, just dragged it out of the cubicle shed, and I always say, well, yeah, I can tell. So I always say, I'm thinking that, but
I'm thinking that.
But that's what it takes to make a great cow into a legend. It takes dedication. It takes that
Yeah.
sort of effort, and it's. And I applaud you guys the way you do it because it's phenomenally impressive.
The dedication when you bring them like out to, you know, when they show here in March, like they start on like Tuesday or Wednesday, don't they? And then
Yeah.
like getting them in the peak condition, especially milkers, like
Yeah.
it's a huge.
There's a lot of
huge-
work like pre-bagging and stuff like that, and getting the right amount of milk on, and
Yeah.
that's all comes down to the final decision as well. Because if you mess that up, it's pointless walking out there, isn't it?
It
Well,
sounds
it
a lot-
is.
It is a lot of work. So, and I always look when I used to show cattle for, that was my job before I started selling them, and I used to look over like it shows like Agribition when I went to Agribition in Saskatchewan. That was like the last show of the year in Canada. We were getting cattle ready. I used to look over at the guys getting the Angus and Herefords ready, and they would blow her for a little bit.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
They'd blow her for a little bit, and then they would crack open a beer. And I was like, oh, when I
You're their own
retire,
breed.
I'm going to show.
When I
these guys.
retire, I'm gonna retire.
No, so tell us about getting.
Literally put them off the slats, pail of water over them, a wee comb, and that's your end for the
That's
night.
it. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, you don't even helter break them. Like, it's just a case of rodeo around the ring, and the faster they are, that's how you place them. It's the fastest one round the ring. None of this walking backwards slowly.
No, but it is like I love watching. There's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of skill in getting
What's
them.
the secret then? If hay's the secret to bringing out Jennifer, what's the secret to?
Well, this is
Go on then.
just a small tangent, but it's a funny story
Okay.
from years ago. Dad and one of his friends were showing at Smithfield in London,
Yep.
and they used to take, they called it, I think it was sods, which is like a turf of grass. So you would get cut like a foot square of dirt and soil, a wee bit of grass on it, and it would settle the stomach, not obviously yours, the heifer, the bullock's stomach. So my dad was like, right, how are we getting this on the flight from Prestwick to London? So he said to his friend here, just put that in your bag, would you? And it was a Tesco bag with dirt in it. This man had never flown before. It was the first time ever in an airport, and he get through customs and all like that. The guys came round with guns and stuff and all like that. Can we get a Mr. McLeish? And pulled him out and got him through into the wee side room. And like, would you like to explain what's in your bag? They thought it was like some sort of big bust up. I think he was trying to take something illegal down to London. He had to try and explain that it was dirt to settle cattle's bellies. But so that's a secret.
Did you still do that?
No,
Have you tried it?
Not so much. Normally where you can go outside and get grass. Like you don't need to smuggle it in now. But
Oh, I thought it'd be only grass for Ayrshire that would work.
no, it's similar to yourselves. You know, we've got like individual pens for all the cattle, and you know before you've got them broken, you'll have a heifer or a bullock in the pen, and you'll be in there for maybe a day, and you're like, nah, it's not good enough. You know, you'll see it out in like amongst the others, and you think, maybe a bit of potential with that, but it's not until you see it, like where past champions have been, that you can really start to analyse it and compare it. So I've seen Dad with, like, I'll go up in the morning and we'll have one in the pen, and I'll go back up at night and it's a different one, and I'm going,
what happened?
What happened? Oh, it was no use. It's here, wasn't it? Right? Yeah, it's something as simple or it's something as trivial as.
So was Queen of Hearts a standout pick though?
She was.
Or was she one that was?
She's kind of snuck in quite late
call?
on. Aye, we had showed something else through the summer, local shows and Highland show, and you know we were just. She was another heifer. She was Gossip Girl. She was second to Ayr and she was third at the Highland, I think. And you know she was nice, but just maybe wasn't wide enough or better over her plates. And Queen of Hearts was always kind of starting to do a bit, and she was never getting pushed the same as what the other ones were. And you need that kind of natural drive in them. So she get pulled into the pens, and to be fair, Dad, he was never really picking her, but I was always like, nah, I think she'll come. He was like, she's no good enough, and kind of arguing back and forward. And my granddad, like, he still comes up and still puts in his kind of, likes to see what's going on, and he's going, that's the best tune you've had.
Oh, he sided with you.
Aye, that's the best heifer that's been in here for a while.
And did your dad admit defeat?
No.
Oh, he didn't?
Never admit defeat. Never admit defeat.
There's never any arguments like that at Evening.
No.
There's always a debate, or depends what way the wind's blowing, whether he likes her or not. And it was funny, it was the morning of Expo. Dad was rushing about at home to try and get down. Me and Penny had come down, my fiancée had come down the night before, and I wasn't happy with her, you know. It was like the morning before, and she was just, her hair was looking flat, I couldn't get her dressed right, and she was kind of stressing, and it was kind of that way you start flapping a wee bit, and Dad's on the phone, he was like, is it worth my while coming down? I was like, oh, don't bloody bother, I'm not going to be doing anything anyway.
Did he come or not?
No, he never came down.
My
No, he missed it.
Oh no!
So if after she got first in our class, Dad's like that, I thought you tell me not to bother coming down. Shows how much you can. I'm like, well.
That is unreal.
Oh no! So did he come down later that afternoon, or did you just decide to?
Because we go home that night. He watched it from the.
Oh, you watched the live stream.
Watched the live stream, jumping about at the table, and.
Oh.
So no, that was a funny one. We got a piss ripping for that for a wee while.
So were you surprised by the outcome of Queen of Hearts when you saw her competition?
The best thing about it for me was there was a lot of hype around other cattle that were there, like ones that had won.
I had heard that as well. That more than other years. I'd heard that this one's going to win.
Aye,
but it did.
That and the other,
yeah. There was a couple of names that were thrown out of the hat. So. And they were like a lot heavier than my heifer, so I was kind of thinking, you know, if the competition's at that end of the scale, then he's never going to be coming looking at mine. So it was one of those, and Expo's always a dangerous show because the night before, because it's the first one at the back end shows, everyone's just like hell for leather out in the town. So you're standing there in the morning, you're a bit sheepish, and you're standing in the ring, and I'm going, just get it by me, you know what I mean? Like thinking
get this over.
I was thinking like, you know, I always liked her and admired her, and you know, I thought she was writing, but just because the buzz was on other ends, I was like, just chap them out and get it by me. She was like a wee
underdog.
Yeah.
Do you think some of them, when it gets into the heavier heifer, do you think sometimes they look a little bit stale? They don't look as fresh as some of them lighter ones?
Nowadays, like heifers, I think they carry it a lot better. Like they need to be. Some of them need to be that size to be finished. Like that was probably my heifer's downfall when it came to the kind of later on shows, that she was just too light. She didn't have that cover, the fat cover on her. Whereas like wee James Nisbet, winning the Scottish national, he was one of the ones that was in the name was in the hat for down here, and then Stewart and Lindsay Bett, who won the Welsh Winter Fair, you know, their name was in the hat here as well. So it was. You were competing against two other what were going to be future champions, so it was
And do you do all the fitting, like the hair and the?
Do you do it all yourself?
Between me and Dad, I do like the kind of rough and stuff, and then it's never right though. You know, it is whatever I do, even if I think I've done like the best job, he'll still spend another hour, just like or two, just like a wee bit off there, a wee bit off there. It's,
That's what it takes, though. It's a lot of
I
details.
know. But then
Little
the thing
details.
is, you need to clip them in daylight, whereas I'm working, I'm not home that time of year, 5:30, 6 o'clock before I'm at the farm. And if you're trying to clip a black heifer and like
dangerous.
under wee strip lights in an old buyer, you know what I mean? It's not. We don't have lights like this.
So
This is the first time we've ever had these lights on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm not
Start
going to be able to
biting my
see.
teeth.
I know. So when do you make the decision? Is like so for this show team this year? When do you?
Show team for this year was a calf that we were showing last back end.
Oh, it's like a baby beef kind
She
of.
was shown at Stars of the Future in Scotland, and she was champion
right.
commercial there. So we've got her for the summer
See how she
at the
does.
minute. So see how she goes. She's not like she's a different type from what the majority show now. She's not. What you would say like that big kind of Belgian blue arse. You know, she's beautiful head, beautiful lines about her, great width from behind. Just a show animal.
Yeah.
Whereas some people might argue that they don't like her because she doesn't have that. You know, the big.
Like that stouter animal, huh?
Yeah. So it's just, she's a different type. You'll either love her or you'll hate her. But
She's Marmite.
yeah,
Very
and she's
much
called
Marmite.
Barbie Girl because she's like a blonde kind of.
Oh, Barbie girl. So
Yeah.
we'll have to look out for Barbie girl then.
Yeah.
In the summer.
So we've got her, and then we've got another wee red heifer pulled in there now. But she's just as company more than anything. The summer team and the winter team kind of differ. You kind of try and
You have to be very special to make both.
yeah, you try and hand pick the ones for winter. Like prefer the winter shows. The summer shows are just a holiday for us. Like, you know, you go to the Highland show in Yorkshire. You know, you go there for the crack and the carry on.
Costs a fortune though.
Well, it's your holiday, so.
Yeah.
Whereas the winter ones are where you make your.
Just do what I do.
What?
Go to Dubai and let them look at Agri Scott last year.
Oh,
I was sat on the
Charlotte.
beach,
I am with Charlotte. on
live
that.
streaming.
You were there at Agri Scott?
Not this year,
Oh,
gone
yeah,
the
the
year
year
before.
before.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Dubai. You're not doing it that. No, not.
Not like that.
Don't do it like that. You might as well stay at home.
So then, do you sell them? Do you sell a few, don't you, the heifers as
Yeah,
like,
well,
onto?
past couple of years we've sold them.
You've had some successes, haven't you?
Yeah, the one Tidy Dancer, our
Yeah.
reserve champion from the Welsh Winter Fair, she was sold to James Alexander in Ireland, and then he then sold her on for put her in calf and sold her on for breeding for 23,000. So
You
made
sold it by H&H.
yes, made a massive
Shout
markup
out.
on her. And then our heifer after that, our reserve from the Scottish Winter Fair, we retained her for breeding. She's got a great wee bullet calf on at foot now, and then we sold Expo Champion at the Welsh.
Queen of Hearts, you sold her. Yeah.
Sold her at the Welsh Winter Fair to Gareth Corrie.
Oh, so she's went to Ireland as well?
Well,
Yeah, you like the Irish, yeah?
Not yet though. Has she?
still at
She's
home.
still stuck
Oh,
here.
Still at home.
blue
This
tongue.
blue tongue carry
Oh,
on.
it's a nightmare, isn't it?
You don't know when we'll get away.
You really don't.
But
you
then
you
the problem.
you show her for him.
Well, aye.
Or is she in calf now? No.
No, she's not. They were wanting to flush her, I think, was
Oh,
there,
right.
and then sell her on in calf. But you know, you've got a heifer that you've sold for like good money, and she's running, and you're kind of
You don't want her.
you're scared like
know.
something happens, or
I know.
you know, or he gets like he bought her in show condition. You know, once they slacken the feeding off a wee bit, and they're not
Change it.
getting mollycoddled in the same pen, she's got to push in for feed. It's
different
a
ballgame.
difficult one. Can you want to sell them and just like that's them away?
Away, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
So-
bit of pressure on when you're looking after them and they've spent
Yeah.
good money on them.
Yeah.
So you don't buy anything in, everything is.
We'll buy in the odd heifer with calf at foot, or Dad bought quite a few from JLX and calf years past, but they're getting more and more expensive now to buy.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, the commercial trade is unreal, especially in Ireland.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, see,
It is wild.
some of the calves that get sold over there at that, what do you call it, Carrick and Shannon, it's ridiculous money for
It
like.
is. Little babies.
Aye, and you watch it in the videos and things, and the atmosphere in the ring
But I
is
suppose
phenomenal.
I suppose the commercial beef ring is probably the biggest, probably part of the show business in the UK and Ireland.
Aye,
You know, if you travel around all the shows, that's probably that's probably the most people involved, and it's growing. Huh?
Yeah.
It's probably quite like easy accessible as well if you want to do it, and you could buy a show, you know, an animal that has show potential, and
You just need deep pockets.
You do need deep pockets. That's fair, but
Yeah, but if you want to win, like if you wanted to do what Charlotte does,
oh yeah, no, you couldn't just buy it.
It takes, well, you could, but it takes an incredible amount of investment in the
Yeah,
infrastructure in the farm.
huge, yeah.
It takes a lot of knowledge. It takes, you know, it's not you just. Whereas you can pretty much have a hobby farm and buy one, and you know.
There's a lot more into it than that, though.
No,
Ken. You can't just say, "Oh, I'll buy it," and then, "Oh, I bought a champion." You know, it's
but
you've got to buy it.
But what I
and-
mean
and
is, you don't
get
need,
it on
you
point.
don't need to go and buy
12 o'clock.
robots and buy all that. You know what I mean? And get a milk contract.
Get a wee pail and a stool and milk her
Aye.
behind.
No, it's a lot more complicated if you want to get into the show and dairy cattle.
Yeah, that's dairy different.
You've trialled your hand at the beef job, haven't you?
I have.
What do you think? You're going to stick
It's
to
a lot
the
more
dairy?
easy than dairy.
I think enjoyable is the words I'm looking for.
Probably.
You did Cumberland Show, didn't you? And did you?
Did
do
Expo did it a couple of years ago?
I've
did,
I've
you
done a lot of the local shows
you
with
did,
them
yeah.
and we got champion commercial a few
You
times.
got your Cumberland show this year? Or commercial?
By judging.
Aye.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
I've got a nice little calf. It's only 3 weeks old now, but
Show him some pictures, quick. so he knows the
it's
markings.
by you were saying about Stephen Nixon. It's by that Hunters Hall Roscoe.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
Aye. We've used a wee bit of him as well.
Yeah, and I've got my other 2 show calves from this year and calved him as well. I've just
Aye, you get your finger in
I've got 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know.
So you
Bit
got
of
to hand
everything.
at the dairy?
Well,
And just
believe it
goes
or
to
not, when I left school, I used to milk cows.
Did you?
Aye, that's about as far as it went.
At home or for some?
No, for a guy along
Yeah.
the road. Like apprentice wages don't pay very well, so
And you don't want to invest in the dairy show world?
I'm alright.
There's a lot.
Sound
If your pals with Neil Sloan, me.
Aye, he's my neighbour. He's only 2 miles away.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. See where my farm is. It's like
Loads
dairy
of dairy farms around.
everywhere. It's just this wee pocket of beef.
Yeah.
All the dairy farmers are like looking in on top, like, oh, can't wait to swallow you guys up.
It's great. It is great countryside up there, isn't it?
You can grow grass for fun, you know. It's a great bit for.
It's tremendous.
It's great in that sense, but we get a fair share of rain.
So with all your all of you're both young and you've had major success at the shows. Who's been the most influential person that you've learned from or that you've sort of wanted to aspire to, Charlotte?
I don't know. Obviously, my dad,
Yeah.
he knows a lot, and obviously I've learnt a lot from my dad because I've worked with him since I was that big, if you know what I mean. But Wayne was a big part in my life, like, because we left. He used to be the herds. What did he used to be?
Was he dairy manager?
He's a
at
dairy
Newton
manager at Newton Rig when I was there, and we
College,
both left. Well, he left that job, and I left college at the same time, and then Wayne came to be our herdsman, and that's when we went into showing, like, big time, if you know what I mean. Like, got more strict with programs, where before that we used to be like, you said, bring him out the cubicle shed and what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and still you had the structure was all there, but
yeah,
the
fine tuning.
fine tuning,
Yeah.
and that's what it takes. But Wayne was
a big
his
part.
attention to detail was phenomenal. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and he's been, well, Ponderosa, all over, worked with great show cows, and yeah, I
Have you
learned.
travelled at all yourself?
No, I haven't. I've never wanted to either. Like, everyone
You're a
said, "Oh,
Cumbrian lass."
go and get go and get another job, go and get a trade." But like, if I stopped doing what I did now, I wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna go and be a hairdresser," or "I'm gonna go and." I wouldn't have a clue what I was gonna do.
But you've never travelled to, or you've never been to like any of the bigger dairy shows?
Oh, I've been to like specific. Yeah, I have been to a few shows and
Yeah.
stuff, but like,
Yeah.
Because that's always quite
Have
inspiring.
you been
like
to
that,
Madison or
No,
been to?
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but it's
Well,
just
yeah.
getting
Getting away,
time,
yeah.
and staff on farms. It's just,
Nightmare.
especially dairy farms, I think.
No, it's not. It's difficult.
Everyone's in the same boat, aren't they?
Yeah. But did you got to when Ashlyn went to European show? Did you get to go? Or
Yeah, see, me and Wayne went with Ashlyn.
You travelled
and
to yeah.
yeah,
Well, that was an amazing experience.
that
yeah.
was.
Was that?
I
Was
don't
that
know if I'd do that again.
Was that the
But I would.
Was that the highlight? Her winning in Europe or not?
Yeah,
Better than Jennifer Win Expo, or?
I don't know.
It's up there, isn't it?
It's up there.
Like when...
I did not expect that. But I didn't expect that.
So we were all watching. There was like 14,000 people around the ring, like all in European.
Yeah.
And it probably won't happen again, probably because of
disease
things. But that was that the last one? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
So 14,000 people built up all around the ring. Mark Knutsford from Riverdale was judging.
Wow.
And she was pulled in second, remember?
Yeah, she was pulled in second.
And there was a whole bit. I don't know if were you sitting with us? No, I don't think so.
I think I was round the
You're around the
sides.
side. So, and I was saying, don't worry. But if it's your I said, don't worry. He'll switch it because she's an easy winner. But when he tapped her out in first, oh my goodness.
There was drink flying everywhere.
You know, like when you watch the World Cup and in the beer, it was like.
Yeah, honestly, it was like a shower of beer.
And there was that is.
Yeah, she was the only UK bred cow to win, I think. Oh no, sorry. Thingy. What was it though? She's the only cow something to win over there.
UK bred, I'm not sure. But it's a
winner class.
That was an amazing.
Yeah, there was
achievement.
how many cows went? 4 in the end, I think, was there? 4 UK went. Yeah. What a journey that was. We missed the boat with the wagon.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was awful. It was terrible getting there. It was snowing. I remember walking into the ring, like you have to go like outside to another building. We had like a Union Jack flag over the top of it, stopping the snow getting her wet basically and dissolving the stuff on her and that. Her hair, like a top line, you have to set them and what carry on. I'll never forget that. And the digs, it was like that shed out there and in it was like 50 garden sheds and that was your.
That's where you stay.
Yeah, that's what you said, in a bunk bed in a garden shed. That was your accommodation.
It's all glamour, isn't it?
And it was snowing. Can you imagine how cold it was?
Wow.
God.
It was freezing.
That's. Have you travelled with any other livestock events outside?
Not outside of the UK,
Yeah.
but we go to Wales every year for the last 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, to the Winter Fair.
To the Welsh Winter Fair,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a great event, isn't it?
Massive. It's there's 32,000 people over 2 days. Like but it's everything. You know what I mean? There's beef and sheep and pigs and horses and trade stands as far as I can see. You know, it's huge.
That's in Boothwells.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a nightmare to get to.
Yeah,
That's Wales for you though.
There's just no easy road.
You guys have been to
Royal
Welsh?
Yeah, I've showed there a few times, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a long way to Tipperary, isn't it? Yeah.
Who's your inspiration? Or your motivator, or your...
Between, well, obviously my dad, like, he's...
Obviously, shout out to you.
Yeah, like, but my granddad's played a massive part in it. Like, my mum's dad, he was a stocksman up and down the country from Rushmore in Kent to Inverness to Ayr where they finally settled. But he's just, anyone in the beef kind of industry will know my granddad, Ian Anderson. It's just, he's been a massive inspiration. He's got a good way of teaching. Like sometimes, like my fiance, she's always been in and around cattle and showing to a certain extent, but not to like the kind of level that like us we guys are at. You know what I mean? Like kind of bigger winter shows and summer shows. So she was kind of new to how to work a halter and a show stick and how to act in the ring. And I know what I'm doing, but it's hard relaying that to someone that doesn't.
Without shouting.
So we end up just
Without shouting.
we did that for you know what I mean? Like, and then it ends up.
And the stick gets chucked and you walk off.
Do it yourself. Exactly. So me and her have that. So Grandad has stepped in just like, you know, he's 86 and he was there before Expo and stuff like that, and came up and spent a couple of afternoons with Penny. And you know, seeing her coming on and learning the ropes and
he's a natural coach, isn't he?
Yeah, just got a way to speak to you, like a calming way to make you take it in. Whereas I'm just like, do this, do that, do this. Oh, you're doing it right. Give me it. So
it's a real skill to pass on knowledge with it, and not get frustrated when someone's
doing it not the way you would like it to do.
Yeah.
To the point where like, well, he taught my mum, and my mum was fantastic in the ring, and then like, and just hearing people compare Penny now to what my mother was like, and you know, that just kind of makes you feel
good.
Makes you feel good, aye. So no, Grandad's played a huge part, and as I said earlier, like he still likes coming to the farm to see what our team's like before, like the week or 2 weeks before the show, and then he comes to the show, and any show he can't come to, you know, that's what he loves about Expo, like, because it's so well documented on the laptop, like you can see absolutely everything.
Oh, that's nice.
Whereas the Scottish one, you know, it's not too far for him to go, so he can go to it, takes his wee picnic and doesn't miss a class. And Bilth is like, obviously he's not going to go there, but
it just shows you the value of the live streaming, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
it's
no,
nice.
like it's unrivaled here. Like you see,
we've done
everything.
2 years now. Yeah, this will be the third expo that we've third expo. Yeah, we've done.
But just goes, like, that's just one thing. You think about the people who really, you know. It's phenomenal, that, isn't it?
But he's 86 and he just got his hip done there, so he's like a new man now. Like you could see him getting old looking, like getting up out his chair, and that was difficult. And now he's have a game of football or something. You know what I mean?
It's like my mum now.
Is she a hip replacement?
My mum, yeah, she's only 50.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's like a new
but now she's chasing us around.
She's done the work. Yeah. Your mum's done a lot of work, hasn't she?
She has, yeah.
Nice.
Is she back fully?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
She's
She's not, she's just not 100% there. We're like going among, like she goes among the cows, but like sorting them and stuff, it's a bit dodgy because if she gets knocked over, that's it dislocated and back, like she's set back God knows how far, but she's doing a lot of calves. She did quite good with, she feeds all the calves anyways, but we have one of the milk taxis, so she doesn't have to carry, you know, a lot of buckets and stuff, so it's quite good for her. Yeah, no.
So how are we going to solve this?
The beef v dairy thing.
Yeah. I was just thinking about how we're going to, like, what...
I think we just have a fight.
Well...
I think I'm back in charge, to be honest.
I think what we need to do, right, is you need to come to Expo in March.
Right.
With your dairy cow.
With mine?
Well, no.
I've got an Ayrshire and calf to Belgian Blue, actually.
So the girls ring on Monday.
You should come and show. You should help Sloaney, yeah?
Aye, right.
You can come as his apprentice
You
in March.
come as Sloaney's apprentice and show dairy cows, right?
And bring him as your apprentice.
And actually show in the ring.
Yeah.
Get white jeans.
Oh yeah, the white jeans. That's the only thing about dairy.
I've got white jeans actually.
Dairy,
Skinnies.
Costume in the Young Farmers concert.
Thank God you didn't say it's fashion. I was like, oh no.
For going out with white gloves on as well.
I think that would work.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard. No, it's when you see them at the Highland Show sitting in their chair with their wee buckets of straw in it, and you see a beast lift its tail, and they're
like,
over as quick as they can to catch the shite. It's, you know, it's impressive. I'm sagging by.
Yeah.
But I think
that's very true.
I don't think, in my opinion, it takes an incredible amount of dedication to do both.
To do both,
at the level you guys are at, and I think we all applaud you here. I mean, I love the show business, and I think a lot of people sort of maybe frown upon it and say it's not commercialism and it's blah blah blah. But I disagree, and it's at the heart of. It's at the heart of so many things. It also is a wonderful way to encourage the next generation into farming, and it's, as I said, it's a great advert to. For what we do,
socially as well, and
there's so many things that I really think the show business in all species does for farming. So thanks for showing, guys.
Thanks for showing.
It's a great way of showcasing like the best of that breed.
Yes.
You know, whether not just dairy or commercial. You know, the tens of dozens of breeds across the country, but it brings them all together. Like. You know, the next time I see you, I'll not walk by you. I'll be like, oh, how are you getting on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does bring people together because you've all got that common thread, haven't
that camaraderie,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're in the show ring, you want to beat your mate, but you'll also applaud him and stand on the chair for him when he does win.
It is like that. It is like that because there's that really nice picture of, is it Michael Yates giving you a cuddle?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's many
nice
pictures,
picture.
isn't there, of when you win the reserve,
because you're
just automatically what, I don't know what you do,
Yeah, it is. It's nice when you see that as well. It is nice when you see that.
But like you'll know people up and down the country just through showing.
Yeah,
where if
yeah.
you didn't show, like you wouldn't have that friend
No,
group or
definitely.
that circle. I know that's something we're struggling with or doing our wedding numbers now. Just Jesus.
Be ruthless.
You need to be. It's torture.
So what's next though? What does 2024
Oh,
hold for Stewart?
next on the show calendar or just next?
In general, you can give us in a.
Well, lambing kicks off middle of March. Calving started 2 days ago.
Okay.
Spring calving, so.
So they all in a tight block? Do they?
The first 10 or 15, sorry, they get AI'd. Like everything we calve, everything's AI'd. Like we don't have a stock bill.
No, not right. Okay.
So before they go out, like this time, well, like springtime last year, there's a block they get AI'd before they go out, and then there's a kind of 2 to 3 week break where the ewes are meant to lamb, but they won't. They prefer to do it all at once, and they also prefer to everything lamb and calf in the middle of the night for some bizarre reason. So yeah, we'll just crack on with that, and then just usual humdrum day-to-day life, isn't it?
Then you'll be here on the 15th of March with
With
your
your whites on.
Yeah, well,
with your
no,
white jeans
no,
on.
I'm bringing my Ayrshire.
You're bringing your
I'm
Ayrshire.
bringing-
You can bring your Ayrshire. Yeah.
I'll get Sloaney to Clipper, and
Yeah.
okay, next thing you know...
You never know, yeah. You just never know.
What, you want them as fat as possible,
Yeah.
and like as
Fat
dried up.
with the sharpest point that we can.
Well, I'll bring the 2 calves at Sutner as well. I would get a right good feed from London here.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? so Ben Govett's he's flown all the way from Australia. And he's like, stand in the middle of the ring. Okay.
Right.
In walks Stewart.
And you're giving it all, like and then the 2 calves follow. Well,
He's got his show stick, like.
actually, that would be priced just to fill in the job.
The calves would be starstruck like the milk bar. They'd be like,
Oh my goodness, I don't know where to
they'd be
go.
like, Evening Holsteins for you.
Yeah, that's what my dad does because we have the beef cow in the and we had like last year she had a calf and there was a dairy cow calf at the same time, but a bag was too low for the robots. So there was the Belgian blue calf and an Angus calf. She had the Angus calf herself, so we got another blue calf, put it on her, put it in the calf with my Limmy, so my Limmy just sucked all the milk off the dairy calf. So it's like a year old against everyone else. He's like up there, and everyone else is like down here, and I'm like, sorry.
So you do the Highland. Oh, so you'll do Ayr. Ayr will be your first show, is it?
Here's our first local one. We support
And
it
then the
every year.
Highland.
And then the Highland.
And do you do Yorkshire?
Done it twice, but it's a busy old time of year. Just like I'm pretty busy with my work as well. Like
Oh yeah, you do have to work. Forget
Aye,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, you've got a
you
full-time
forget
job
that-
as well, haven't you?
yeah, and I'd actually had a notion for the Welsh summer show, but it's the week of my wedding, so probably couldn't go.
Oh, so you're getting married this year as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so that wasn't the
Yeah.
first thing that came to mind when I asked you what's happening in 2024.
Oh, right enough, I probably should have said that.
Yeah.
Penny,
Just, I know.
there is the time.
Oh, Lord, really?
I probably should have mentioned that as wedding in July.
Oh, yeah. I knew I was doing something. I knew it.
Stag do, that's my big one.
What about you, Charlotte? What's on the agenda for 2024?
You're not going to tell us you're getting married, no?
No,
that's fair.
sorry. Well, lambing now, we calve all year round, so it's pretty steady away, if you know what I mean. First big show's Expo, not long away now. Got 2 milkers and a couple of calves, so...
Yeah. You've got a couple of new exciting ones.
Well, yeah, we've
Young
actually got a full sister to Evening Sidekick Jennifer, so she's called Evening Sidekick Jennifer too.
Oh, original.
Original. That is what happens in dairy, isn't
She's
it?
quite a special little thing, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, she's nice. She's quite fresh. She's maybe could be a bit soon, but as you say,
Okay.
company for you can't beat company. Like I remember, I think, when was it? When did we? Not last year, the year before. We brought Farah and another on her own, and she just wouldn't settle the whole time. I ended up having to go home and get Jennifer and bring her, even though we weren't showing her, just to settle her down.
Yeah, was they spend.
She just stood there and just swung her.
And then when Jennifer walked in, she got on with eating.
Yeah, she just.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. Any plans for like you can't really plan what shows you go to a dairy until they're closer to the time, can
Well,
you?
yeah, it's just what's on the money at the time, really. You don't
Do you do any
feed them
summer
up
shows?
to.
Do you do any summer shows?
Yeah, like go do all the local shows and
Yeah.
stuff, and like Carlisle and Dalston and.
Yeah.
So do you don't have to enter a specific animal, you just enter, say 3, and you just take whatever 3 you want nearer that time, or is that how it works for you? When you said like you can't pick until nearer the time, how does the entries work for say like the Highland or?
Yeah, well, you obviously have a rough idea if you know what I mean, but like you can't. They are quite flexible that way. Like, but you kind of like have to. It's more like something in the same class. You couldn't like enter like one for a second calf and take like. Well, you probably could you? But it's a bit.
Just when you were talking about, you have to wait to see what's on the money nearer the time. But
yeah, it's just obviously a lot. I think a lot more could probably go wrong with a dairy cow than a beef cow. You know what I mean? I know they can all go lame, but like far as mastitis and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So no good.
Nice.
What's next for you guys?
What is next? Well, Expo, obviously 5 weeks.
5 weeks
away.
Expo. Yeah.
What else is on the agenda?
We have a lot of exciting sales this year.
Name them.
On the spot.
There is going to be a lot of exciting sales.
Yeah, there is.
I just hope that the blue tongue thing gets.
Sorts itself out. Yeah.
It's just causing disruption. I suppose I've had a wish. That's what I would like to, just to get back trading with our neighbours. It's going to be a
2024,
typical.
yeah. Trade, everything.
We've got a lot of exciting things happen here at Borderway, which
we've got the show and sale, March show and sale in.
Yeah.
When's that? 3 weeks time? Because your dad's judging.
Dad's judging, yeah. I was going to say that.
Hugh is judging.
It's our 50th anniversary here at
50th
Borderway.
anniversary
So there's
in
a lot
August,
of exciting things that bit of history here at Borderway. So
Yeah, 50
Good.
years in 1974.
that's going to be good.
Yeah, so. And it'll be December before we know where we are.
Exactly.
Guys, it's been a real pleasure
Yes.
finding out about your business. I hope people have enjoyed listening to it. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
And say, like I always say, my cheesy little thing. Thanks for milking, guys.
What do you say if you're a beef farmer though?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Once again, thank you very much for listening and watching the one and only podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and now YouTube if you'd like to see the faces behind the voices. Please like and share and subscribe to never miss out on an episode.